Yo, welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. Ooh, we back in the house, baby. Let's go. I'm amped up. You know why I'm amped up? Y'all want to know why I'm so amped up? Because I miss doing this, man. I miss being in front of y'all, talking to y'all, in my setting, in the loveliness of my home. Or I missed it. Oh no, don't get me wrong now. I loved my vacation, loved being out of town, loved the good eating, fellowshipping with my family, enjoying my family's presence. But ain't nothing like being home, man. Ain't nothing like your own bed. Ain't nothing like just getting back to your life, working, hustling, and getting in front of y'all. Getting in front of y'all and doing what I do. I love it. Wouldn't trade it for nothing. Wouldn't trade my life for nothing. Nothing like that, man. I love what I do for a living, and I love getting in front of y'all. All right, now all that aside, didn't get the chance to talk to y'all on Sunday after the game. I told you if we lost, y'all was going to get that heat, but wanted to go ahead and wait till I got into my setting. Could have put out the video yesterday, but I didn't want to do that. I said, you know what, there's two things I want to talk about. Of course, I want to do a review of the game, but mainly I wanted to talk about something else, which I want to save for a little later. I'm going to try to condense this video in under 10 minutes. Let's hope we can get that done. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and do a small review of the game. All right, now we won that game. Okay, we beat them 20-3. Beat the Jets. Figured we were going to beat the Jets. Thought the game was going to be a lot closer than what it was. I had us winning by 3 points. We ended up winning by a lot more than that, 17 points. Before I get into what I want to say, let me go ahead and give out the 2 round of applauses that I really want to give out. Devontae Parker. Boy, they gave you a chance and you shined. That man is something else when it comes to the 50-50 ball. No, he's not Tyreek Hill. No, he's not Devontae Adams or anything like that. But he gets the job done. You throw the ball his way, more times than not, he's coming down with it. He's a sure hand catcher. Love what I'm seeing from him. We need more of this when Tua gets back in there as well. So just feed the man. That's all it is. Feed him. Feed him like they feed Derrick Henry. Just feed the man. He is going to produce for you. Love that dude. Next up, of course, X-Man. Xavier Howard pulled down his 7th interception on the season. The man already caught up to 2 years ago. All right, 2 years ago, he put out 7 interceptions. This year, same deal. Now, last time he did it was even more special because he did it in less games. This time around, he's played the whole season, but he's done it again. The man is just consistent at pulling down interceptions. He probably would have did it last year too if he didn't get hurt and had to end his season short. The man's a beast. Let's give it to him. X. The man there, problem. All right? And I love, and there's one thing I want to say. Some people will say Byron Jones is better because they don't throw his way. But when you see Byron Jones on TV, he's getting beat. Okay? Now, just because they don't throw his way doesn't mean that he's not getting beat. There's times they don't throw his way, but his man beat him. The quarterback just didn't look that way. All right? And most of the time, X is covering, just like he said in his press conference, he's covering the number 1 receiver. So, of course, they're going to try and throw to their number 1 guy because they have confidence in that. But X ain't letting that happen. Byron Jones is sometimes getting beat. Yes, he's a great cover corner as well. We got 2 of them. But X is better than him. I'm going to tell you why. X is better than him because X baits guys to throw his way. It's not all the time these guys are open. They look open. That's the difference. Byron Jones, he's guarding his man. So when they're not open, they're not throwing the ball his way. X wants you to throw it because he's got hands. And I'd rather that. I'd rather Jones just be covering his man. Although he gets beat sometimes, I'd rather him just cover his man and not allow them to throw his way because he ain't got no hands. And I'd rather X bait, as long as he doesn't get beat over the top for a touchdown, and have a chance at an interception because he got hands. And that works out well for us. The man's got 7. Byron ain't got none. It works out. All right? You can put them together if you want, like they did JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard last year, and their stats just married together. If you want to say both of them got 7 interceptions because they throw X's way more because Byron Jones covering his guy, I don't care how you say it. We got 7 interceptions, and I'm cool with that. Moving on, all right? I didn't like this game. I didn't like it. I do not like the way our offense played. Defensively, we did enough. Running the game, defending the run, horrible for most of the game. We made Frank Gore look like he was 25 again. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to flow when we got teams coming up that can run the football, namely the Patriots, okay? And also, y'all seen what Josh Jacobs did trucking over. Okay, the Raiders too, okay? Those two teams, they runs. Actually, you can go ahead and put the Bills in there. They run the football. All right, Pat Mahomes and them boys, that's a whole different story. These teams run the football. We ain't being able to stop the run in a long time. That's a problem for us. But that's not my main concern. My main concern is this inept offense. We can't go into a game and put up 20 points against the Jets. No, not the way the Jets was playing. We can't go into that game and just put up 20 points. Yes, a win's a win, and I'm trust me, I'm satisfied that we got the W. I'm happy that we got the W because L would have been a lot worse than winning ugly, but we won ugly. At the end of the day, we didn't execute on offense the way we should have, and that was Fitzpatrick in there. We were just all right, and you can't be all right going into December. You got to be firing on all cylinders, and we're not. We've taken a step back rather than taking a step forward. That's a problem because I'm seeing teams coming up that won't allow you to play average and win the game. No. If we don't bring our best stuff in this next month, now I understand Tua's going to be in there, and Tua hasn't really been lighting up the scoreboard. I get it. Trust me, I get it. So seeing that Fitzpatrick's putting up 20 points would probably mean that Tua's putting up 13. No matter how you look at it, it still ain't going to work. So Tua, when he gets back in there, he's going to have to step his game up. If Fitz happens to have to play next week for Tua being injured, he's going to have to step it up. I need to see, straight up from now, at least 31 points. That means 4 touchdowns and a field goal next week against the Bengals. If I don't see that, trust me, the predictions for the next few games after that ain't going to be good for me. I'm letting you know right now. If we can't put up 31 at the minimum against the Bengals, the next few games after that are L's. That's how I feel about it. Now, moving on from that game, there's something I want to talk about in regards to making a playoff push versus getting the experience for Tua. Now, I had plans on talking about this before I seen anything that came out yesterday. Apparently, great minds think alike. There's been articles put out about this same topic I'm about to talk about. And on top of that, Omar Kelly put out, if you're following him on Twitter, a poll that basically said the same thing, okay? Now, the poll, I'm not going to put it up because it's not mine. I can't put that poll up. I'm not going to put it up for copyright reasons and because I didn't ask for his permission to put it up, all right? So I'm not going to put it up. But it says something like this. Would you rather go into the playoffs and have a first-round exit, or would you rather find out what you have in Tua? It was pretty much what it was, okay? Would you, if you could only choose one, all right, would you rather get into the playoffs, all right? So that's assuming that Fitzpatrick stayed in so that you could get to the playoffs and lose in the first round, all right? So have a Chad Pennington type situation, or would you rather find out what you have in Tua and not make the playoffs? 79%, all right? 79% chose finding out what you have in Tua and letting him get the experience rather than having a first-round playoff exit. 7,800 votes. That tells me all I need to know about how the majority of our fan base may be feeling at this moment, and it's right in line with how I feel at this moment. There have been some people that are calling for Fitzpatrick to keep the job so that we can make the playoffs. The question I have for y'all people, all right, and I'm talking directly to y'all that feel this way, is why? Why? Why do you want to see Fitzpatrick take make a playoff push into the playoffs? Why? Why do you want to see that? So we could lose to the Titans, the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Buffalo Bills, whoever in the first round? Like, really, do you really think, based on what you saw on Sunday, that we're going to win a Super Bowl? Based on what you saw on Sunday, all right? Let's assume that whoever played on Sunday for us will be playing in that first game against whoever, all right? Right now, it's the Titans. Do you really feel like we're going to win that game based on what you saw? Do you really feel like that? Now, if you feel like that, okay, cool, whatever. Do you feel like we're going to win a Super Bowl? Do you feel like we're going to win a Super Bowl based on what you've seen from Sunday? The answer is no, okay? We're not going to win a Super Bowl this year. We're not. Not as currently constructed. We're not going to win a Super Bowl this year. So, if we're not going to win a Super Bowl, I don't care if we go to the AFC Championship. If we lose, it wasn't worth it. Unless we win a Super Bowl this year, that's the only way it'll be worth it not to see and have Tua progress and find out what we have in him. It's not worth it unless we're gonna. If somebody tells me we're guaranteed to win a Super Bowl with Fitzpatrick, sign me up. I'll take the Super Bowl over finding out or letting Tua get all the experience he needs. Other than that, we need to see what we have in Tua. We need Tua, first of all, to not only see what we have in Tua, because I believe that Tua is our future quarterback, but we need him to get the experience. Now, why do we need him to get the experience over just letting Fitzpatrick play? Because of what we've seen Fitzpatrick do. Fitzpatrick, because of his experience, is throwing passes to Devontae Parker, to Gesicki, making route adjustments, sight adjustments, calls at the line, knowing that the pass to Gesicki was going to be on zero coverage before even coming to the line of scrimmage after the play call was called. Those type of things are experience things. That's what happens when you have experience over the course of 17, 18 years, what have you. Those are the type of things you get to know because you've played the game. Those are the things Tua doesn't know because Tua hasn't played the game enough. Tua gets more game time. Tua's going to be able to see more things. He's going to be able to make those same type of calls. He's going to be able to make those same type of passes because he gets to try them. That's the only way we're going to know and Tua's going to grow is if Tua actually plays the game, even if it's at the expense of losing in the first round. All right, it's simple. We signed a quarterback, or we drafted a quarterback to be the future. We need to let him play. That's why, and that's the real reason why, by the way, in my opinion, that Flo, right after the game, said, look, I don't know how many times I got to say this, how many different ways I got to say it. Tua is the starter. I believe personally that Tua is starting, and Fitz is adamant about that because they need to see what they have in Tua. Not that they need to see what they have in Tua because they're going to draft another quarterback, but they need to see him progress. That's what they need to do. They need to see him progress so they know what they need to work on in the offseason, how he needs to get better, so they have enough tape to help him become the quarterback he can be for this team in the future. They need to know if they need to change offensive coordinators. They need to know what wide receivers they may need to get. They need to know certain things because, and I know this might hurt some of y'all's feelings right here, what I'm about to say. Tua is not Pat Mahomes. Okay? That might hurt some of y'all, so I'm going to give y'all a second to digest that. Y'all a little better now? Tua is not Pat Mahomes. He'll never be Pat Mahomes. What am I saying by that? Tua does not have that arm talent. Nope, he does not have it. Tua can't wait for a guy to get open down the field, 30 yards down the field and throw a 50, 60-yard pass on his back foot, fading backwards. Tua does not have that kind of arm. Tua cannot do the things that Pat Mahomes does. Being that he cannot be Pat Mahomes ever in his life, and he's more like Drew Brees, that means he's got to have wide receivers that get open fast. He's got to be able to be in an offense that has great timing and great rhythm. That is Tua, okay? If you have great timing and great rhythm, he can anticipate, get the ball out early, and be very, very accurate. He'll be able to make passes other quarterbacks can't make because of his accuracy and anticipation. That is the type of offense that Tua is going to need. But he's going to have wide receivers that get open very fast. That means getting those type of guys that he had at Alabama and scheming up the offense properly so that guys get open fast and he can make a decision fast, because when he can do that, he'll be very accurate and he can anticipate. He cannot freelance. He is not a freelance type of quarterback. There's no Aaron Rodgers on this team. There is no Pat Mahomes on this team. There is no Russell Wilson on this team. Yes, I likened him to Russell Wilson, but as of right now, what I'm seeing, he ain't even that. He's more Drew Brees, and that's the type of guy he seems like he's going to be. Not that stronger arm to wow you, but he can still throw deep, and he can make the plays. They just have to be early in his progression. He's got to be able to find guys early, open fast, because he can't stretch the field after the play has broken down and he's back there for 3-4 seconds, because he doesn't have the type of arm that's going to lead a receiver at that point. No, he will just allow you to get a jump ball at that point. That's it. He can't throw it that far down the field, so he can't wait that long. Guys need to get open fast. That's the problem we're having right now. Guys aren't getting open fast enough for him. He doesn't have that arm. He can't wait that long. So then when you're not open, he pats the ball. He holds onto the ball. It's not an excuse. It's just facts. He holds onto the ball. He ends up taking sacks and unwanted sacks. Yes, sometimes he needs to throw that 50-50 ball. And that's what experience is going to give him, throwing that 50-50 ball. But as of right now, that's who we have as a quarterback. Some of y'all might not like that. We can still win with that, though. Okay? You might wanted a Justin Herbert type quarterback, but we don't even know if Justin Herbert will be a bust or not. Y'all remember Nick Foles? His first year, he threw 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions when he came in for Philadelphia. I don't know. Some of y'all might not know that. All right? And you can correct me if I'm wrong. It was something like 27 or 29 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. What has Nick Foles been since then? Now, Nick Foles came in, had a strong arm. He did great that first year. All right? Ever since then, he's been a journeyman. Yes, he won a Super Bowl now. He won a Super Bowl. But he's been a journeyman, and when he got his chance in Jacksonville, he stunk it up. We don't know if Justin Herbert is that. Yes, he has a strong arm. He seems accurate right now, but let teams figure him out, and let's see if he's the same type of quarterback. You could have wanted that quarterback if you wanted. He ain't Pat Mahomes either, all right? And that's just, Pat Mahomes is a one-on-one. Justin Herbert ain't that either. We have Tua. Let's build an offense around Tua, and we'll see the fruits of our labor. And that's the main point I wanted to make today. We got to start Tua. Most of y'all are with me on that. Some of y'all ain't. We got to start Tua because Tua's progress is far more important than a first-round exit in the playoffs. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Fins up, baby. Let's go. See y'all later.